Introducing first from British Boot Camp, Marty and the Blossom Twins.
Christy Hemme looking incredible as ever, and here come three competitors from British Boot Camp, Marty and the Blossom Twins. Great reaction here in London.
What a huge opportunity it is for these three. We heard from our TNA president, Dixie Carter, telling them this is their chance to be in the spotlight, Taz, similar to the way they were at British Boot Camp.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of reports. My people let me know that there was a lot of good training going on over here in the UK, in the British Boot Camp, and that these three did a great job, the Blossom Twins and Marty Hardy. What's his name? Jeff Hardy? His name Hardy? What's his name? Marty? Exactly.
Marty.
Like working alone.
And their opponents, introducing first from Toronto, Canada, Gail Kim.
Now that's a superstar, boys and girls. That's a star.
First ever knockout champion in our company's history. She won the title for the second time back in Turning Point 2011. She held it for 7 months, a company record. Incredible accomplishments for the TNA Impact Wrestling knockout known as Gail Kim.
And the Blossom Twins, no strangers to Gail Kim. They met her and Madison Rain in the finals of British Boot Camp.
And her tag team partners, Jessie, and your Knockouts champion, Tara.
And the Hollywood power couple reunited here tonight in London. My goodness, were they kind of out of sorts when they were separated last week?
Oh, it's like a yellow M&M getting away from a green M&M. There's always problems when that happens. These two, they're a unit. They're a unit. They love each other's unit, and they love being united. They're a unit.
Hollywood power couple reunited, as Todd says. Tara, the only 5-time knockout champion in company history, joining forces with both Jessie and Gail Kim. And I'm intrigued to see if Gail and Tara are going to be on the same page.
Well, obviously the British Boot Camp, these young athletes, they're giving up a world of experience, and I don't like their chances.
Well, think of the pressure that these three are under. And think of the nerves as well that they must have to deal with as they square off here in this mixed tag team match at historic Wembley Arena in London.
Yeah, nerves, they got to have some big-time butterflies, but it could also be the adrenaline factor. Might fire them up, might catch lightning in a bottle and find a way to pull it off. But Marty runs right in to Mr. Spectacular.
So, Todd, what are you saying? That Mike's analysis is bad? You don't know what he's talking about?
No, absolutely not. But
you sure that's not what you're saying?
No, I'm just opening the door. The possibility that in front of this huge crowd, they might make some magic happen. Who knows? Why they get in there and wrestle the match, Taz.
See what happens here. I mean, that was a nice round kick to the back of the head. Of a hot dog, this Marty Hardy.
Nice Marty loves to have fun in there, but Mr. Spectacular, real powerhouse. He can turn the tone of a matchup in a hurry. Nice counter there by Marty. Put on the brakes. Springboard moonsault connects right into the cover. Nicely done. Terrence Scurll in there for the count. This tag team matchup continues as Impact Wrestling rages on from London after this. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling from Wembley Arena in London, England. Jesse's had enough tagging in Tara.
I guess Jesse, he wanted to pick his spot, and the spot was not dealing with Marty anymore. And as these type of matches go, mixed tag match, it's got to be girl on girl and male versus male.
Nice action here by one of the Blossom Twins after the drop kick. Deep hook in the leg, looking for the cover.
Now, is this Hannah or Holly, Todd?
That's Holly. That's Holly. No, I know that's Holly.
No, wait a minute. Is it?
Oh, this is
Holly.
Holly. Holly's coming in now. That's Holly. Oh, look at that. Tara gets driven down by Hannah. But that's, yeah. No, that's Holly. Right.
Hannah?
Which is which? Curiouser and curiouser here in London.
I know that's Gail Kim.
That one,
I know that one in the black. That's Gail.
I had questions whether Gail Kim and Tara would be able to work cohesively here as part of this three-person team. So far, so good, although Gail told me again today nothing she wants more than another shot at the knockout champion Tara. Here's a pin on Gail.
That would have been a huge upset right there. by Hannah Blossom Holly. That was, she's a very impressive athlete.
That's what I was touching on earlier. Might catch him with something quick. Pull off the upset. A nice counter into the back elbow, but the veteran, former Knockouts champ, well, momentarily back in control. The weight shifted there, and
well, the referee, Taryn Terrell, telling Jesse to get out of the ring.
oh, what a shot!
Holy God, that was nasty. Ooh.
And then to get dropped and decked by the Gail Kim clothesline.
That's called having experience. That's what Tara and Gail have, along with Jesse. They got experience. Got 3 novices out there. Come on, boot camp.
Taking control, cutting off the ring, and keeping her in their corner. The veteran instincts now coming into play. Tag made to Tara. Boy, just how relentless are Gail Kim and Tara. If they can work together, which they're doing so far, they're going to be very, very tough to deal with for sure.
Todd, is that Holly or Hannah? You should know this. Which one is that?
You put me on the spot here, Taz.
Guys, last week, we talked about Billy Robinson and the rich tradition of British wrestling history. And of course, Billy's such a huge influence on so many MMA fighters as a trainer. Bellator Live tonight. It's immediately following Impact Wrestling with both a Bantamweight Championship and the Middleweight Tournament.
That's right. Dixie Carter appearing on Bellator MMA Live last week, and if you missed it, we're going to recap her huge announcement right after this. Gail Kim going for the cover. You want to stay tuned and hear that again. So much going on right here at Impact Wrestling. One half of the Blossom twins desperately needs to find a way to make a tag. Hard to get any breathing room when you're in there with Gail Kim.
Match has been dominated by the threesome of Gail Kim, Tara, and Jesse after the quick opening offensive flurry. And how about Gail just throwing her body right into the corner? This team continues to have success.
And well, that's because of the experience, in my opinion. And there's a victory coming right here for Gail Kim. Look at that.
Gail Kim looking for the victory there. Now beefing with Knockouts official Taryn Terrell, but they continue to keep their opponent in their corner on their half of the ring. Tag back into Tara, looking to clean things up here and put her away.
Well, this Hannah Blossom, man, she's just getting whooped out here right now.
Holly Blossom?
Right, Holly Blossom getting whooped out here. No matter what happens, she can't get out of the box.
Into the cover now. Goes Tara. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in, Taz.
Exactly.
You can hear the crowd here, though, in London, trying to urge one of their hometown favorites on. Oh, and just being hung out to dry.
Wait a minute, this girl just started wrestling with her sister. She's a hometown favorite. She's green as goose. Give me a break.
Taz, obviously British Boot Camp, a huge hit on Challenge TV over here in the UK. They follow the path of these competitors to get to this huge moment, and a great counter there. Knees up on the moonsault attempt. She's got to make the tag. Can she do it?
She's close. Go ahead, Hannah, you're almost there.
It's Holly.
Exactly. Oh.
Tag is made, though. Here we go. And Hannah, Holly, call her what you will. She's been on that apron for a long time. She's fresh, and she's taking it out on Gail Kim.
Yeah, Gail's got to try and counter or tag in Tara. Oh, Tara just tagged herself in. Oh, man.
Wow, what a shot there. Going upstairs with a big move, double flapjack right onto Tara.
The two twins, they didn't have to communicate. They just kind of like subliminally knew what they were doing. Like telepathy.
That twin telekinesis going?
Exactly.
Well, that's a pretty valuable tool as a tag team. More double team action into the splash. Now the cover, which one's legal? Who knows?
Well, I wish the play-by-play guy knew. Mike, you know who's legal? Legal?
I think it's either Hannah or Holly. I'm not. Yeah, Hannah.
Good call, Mike. And now Jesse getting a single bicep, showing the young Blossom how big his biceps are. Perfect time to do that. While Party Marty's about to do something to Jesse. Watch out!
Marty off the top. Huge missile drop kick. Looking to follow it up. What can he do here? Oh my goodness. Whoa. Taking a huge risk there to the outside.
He might want to work on his judgment a little bit.
Neat defeat, though, by Gail Kim into the cover.
Got it.
Great showing by these three British Boot Camp competitors.
your winners, Gail, Kim, Jesse, and Tara.
But in the end, Taz, as you documented, the experience just too much to overcome.
Well, sometimes you take a risk, a huge risk like Marty did, as we're about to see here. You know, you crash and burn, as the expression goes, and, well, Gail hit eat the feet. My man right here, he hit eat the guardrail with your face.
Yeah, he ate some metal.
Holy crap. Look at how he landed, look at that. Well, hopefully that kid's okay, man, that was nasty. And then here is Eat the Feet by Gail Kim. Bingo! Here's your victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I prove why I am the most dominant knockout in this company. And Taryn, thank you very much for not being your incompetent, blonde, bimbo self and actually doing your job right. For once. And Tara, you have something that I want. That's right, I want my TNA Knockouts title back. And I actually happen to know that Miss Hogan has arranged for you to defend that title right here next week. So Miss Hogan, why don't you make everyone's life a lot easier and come out here and give me exactly what I deserve.
I think Gail makes a very valid point.
Say what you want, I'm coming through. New girl in town and I'm coming for you.
Well, we know that our general manager, Hulk Hogan, he has a major announcement to make about who's getting the Lockdown World title shot later tonight. But I guess first we're going to hear from Hulk's daughter, the executive in charge of the Knockouts, Brooke Hogan. Question is, will Gail Kim get her wish answered?
Gail. Oh, Gail. Okay. I hear your plea. I know you want a shot at the title. And you know what? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a shot at the title. You can wrestle Tara for the title. But you know what? That's not it. You are also going to be wrestling Miss Brooke Tessmacher.
Come on.
Wow, it's going to be a three-way match for the Knockouts Championship next week. It's the former two-time Knockout champion, and Miss Tessmacher has come so close to making it three against her former tag team champion partner, Tara. She's in the three-way next week.
Wow, that doesn't bode well for the Knockouts champ.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not done yet. You are also going to be wrestling Miss Velvet Sky.
Whoa.
Four-way match? Talk about stacking the deck. What is the deal with Brooke Hogan? Exactly like a daddy.
Well,
Sneaking and underhanding.
The more the merrier here in jolly old England. Four-way Knockouts title match next week.
This is going to be a four-way elimination match. And just to make sure that there are no shenanigans going on, I will be sitting ringside watching you wrestle for the title. So, Tara, good luck. Gail, good luck. Girls, good luck.
How about that, Mike? And under elimination rules next week.
Huge news from Brooke Hogan about the four-way match for the Knockouts Championship. But Todd, you know what's next? Big update on the world champ.
That's right, the champ on the man. Update on him as well as who he's going to take on at Lockdown. But first, let's recap the big announcement by Dixie Carter on Bellator MMA Live.